Welcome back to First Step to Love, a clean, no-spice, cozy romance novella with rom-com humor by Lani Evans. Don't forget to subscribe and give this chapter a thumbs up if you're enjoying the story. Your support helps me bring you more green flag romance with humor and heart. Now, let's head back to Asheville, North Carolina, and pick up where we left off with Lila and Desmond. Chapter 6. Lila. The morning begins perfectly, perhaps too perfectly, which should have been my first warning. The sunrise paints the mountains in hues of watercolor pinks and golds. My camera battery is fully charged, and Desmond actually arrives wearing his properly broken-in boots.
No frying pan today either,
He announces proudly, showing off his reasonably sized day pack.
though I did bring extra trail mix since someone always steals mine.
I don't steal it, I protest, adjusting my camera strap. I just help you lighten your load. Very thoughtful of me, really.
Yes, very thoughtful.
He says, winking at me before leaning in for a quick kiss. After last week's parking lot kiss and subsequent car alarm serenade, there's a new energy between us that's both exciting and slightly nerve-wracking. Things were a bit awkward at first. Sarah immediately guessed that something had happened based on the mooning looks, as she so eloquently put it, that we kept giving each other. She teased us mercilessly. Desmond and I have only shared a quick hello or goodbye kiss since then, but I wouldn't turn down a repeat of last week, minus the whole car alarm incident. We're attempting the Craggy Gardens Trail today, which is a bit more challenging than our usual routes. Sarah couldn't make it. Something about a real date that doesn't involve trail markers and mosquitoes. So it's just the two of us. The first mile passes in comfortable conversation. Desmond tells me about his latest work project, complete with elaborate hand gestures that nearly send him tumbling off the path twice. I update him on the blog's growing number of followers, though I skip over the 3 sponsorship emails sitting unanswered in my inbox. The familiar feeling of imposter syndrome has been creeping back in lately, doing a pretty good job of making me question my abilities.
Speaking of the blog,
Desmond says as we pause for water.
did you see the Outdoor Trail magazine wants to feature your beginner trail guide?
I intently focus on retying my bootlace, which suddenly seems fascinating. Maybe adding him as an admin on my blog emails wasn't my best decision, but keeping up with everything on my own had become overwhelming. Desmond's good at handling the easy replies while making sure the important messages still reach me. Oh yeah, I saw that.
And
He's got that enthusiastic puppy look he gets when he's excited. It's usually endearing, but today it makes my stomach twist. And nothing. I haven't responded yet. I don't want to admit to the one person who fully believes in me that I'm back to feeling the way I did before I started the blog.
what? Lila, this is huge. Your photos are amazing. Your writing is engaging.
They probably just need content to fill space. I cut him off, standing up too quickly. We should keep moving if we want to reach the viewpoint before noon. But Desmond, clearly missing my obvious attempt to change the subject, continues.
You're doing that thing again. The thing where you downplay your talents. Your last post got over 1,000 shares. People love your honest take on.
Can we just drop it? The words slip out sharper than intended. Not everything needs to be monetized or turned into a brand or whatever. He blinks, taken aback by my tone.
That's not what I just thought you wanted to grow the blog. You mentioned wanting to monetize it and hope to start doing it. The blog, full-time eventually.
Yeah, well, maybe I was just dreaming out loud. I start walking faster, even though the trail is getting steeper. Not everyone needs to turn their hobbies into a side hustle. The coffee shop is a perfectly respectable job with guaranteed income.
Lila,
The light's perfect for shooting these rhododendrons, I say, pulling out my camera like a shield. You go ahead. I'll catch up. Through my viewfinder, I watch Desmond hesitate, clearly torn between giving me space and trying to fix whatever just went wrong. Finally, he resumes his journey up the trail, though his usual bouncing stride is noticeably subdued. I take several photos of the rhododendrons, none of which are particularly good. My hands shake slightly and an uncomfortable pressure builds behind my eyes. This is stupid. I'm being stupid. Desmond was just trying to be supportive, like always. But that's part of the problem, isn't it? His unwavering confidence in me only makes my own self-doubt feel even more pathetic. When I catch up, he's waiting at a trail junction, studying the map with exaggerated concentration.
Left for the viewpoint.
He says carefully, as if he's defusing a bomb.
Unless you want to take the longer route?
Viewpoint is fine. My voice sounds flat even to my own ears. We hike in silence for a while, the only sounds being our breathing and the crunch of boots on the trail. It's the first uncomfortable silence we've had since that initial hike when he wore his hydration pack backward again and brought nearly every supply known to man with him. The memory, usually guaranteed to make me smile, just adds to the heaviness in my chest now. At the next rest stop, Desmond pulls out his trail mix, the good kind with extra M&Ms that he always brings because he knows it's my favorite. When he offers me the bag, I shake my head.
Okay,
He says finally, letting the bag drop.
what's really going on? Because I know this isn't about the blog. Or maybe it is, but not just about the blog.
Nothing's going on. I fiddle with my camera settings, changing the ISO unnecessarily. I just don't want to talk about it.
Fine,
He shoulders his pack.
then we won't talk about it. Or anything else, apparently.
We continue climbing, the trail becoming steeper and rockier. Normally, this would be the point where Desmond would make some joke about mountain goats or pretend to need rescuing. Today, he just focuses on his feet, careful and quiet in a way that feels wrong. When we finally reach the viewpoint, it's stunning. The kind of view that usually has me scrambling for my camera while Desmond poses dramatically on rocks he probably shouldn't be climbing. Instead, I sit on a boulder and stare at the valleys below, my camera heavy and unused around my neck. Desmond settles on another rock, maintaining a careful distance. After a few minutes, he speaks softly.
You know what scared me most about moving to Asheville?
I don't answer, but he continues anyway.
Failing. I had a good job in Chicago, friends, a whole routine. Everyone told me I was crazy, moving here and starting over. They said working remotely would be isolating, that I'd hate the change, that I was throwing away a sure thing for some mountain town fantasy.
Despite my moment of self-criticism, I turn to look at him. He's gazing out at the view, his profile outlined against the blue sky. But you did it anyway, I say quietly.
Yeah, and some days I still wonder if they were right. If I'm just playing pretend at this whole mountain life thing.
He glances at me.
But then I think about who I'd be if I never tried, still in my Chicago apartment, scrolling through other people's hiking photos and wondering, what if?
The pressure returns behind my eyes, stronger now. It's different.
Is it?
He turns fully toward me.
Lila, you're already doing the thing. The blog, the photos. You're not pretending. You're just scared to admit how good you actually are at this.
What if I'm not? The words spill out before I can stop them. What if I get that magazine feature and everyone realizes I'm just faking it, that I only started hiking 2 months ago, that half my blog posts are about getting lost or wearing the wrong shoes or
bringing a frying pan on a 3-mile trail.
His lips twitch slightly. Despite everything, a laugh escapes me. You're never going to live that down.
Nope.
He scoots closer on the rocks until our shoulders almost touch.
But you know what? People love that story. They love it because it's real, because it makes them feel like maybe they can try something new too, even if they mess up sometimes.
I wipe my eyes with the back of my hand. When did you get so wise?
Probably around the time I got that poison ivy rash. Nothing like intense itching to bring clarity.
This time, my laugh is genuine and some of the tightness in my chest eases. I'm sorry I snapped at you.
I'm sorry I pushed.
He bumps my shoulder gently.
Even though I still think you're amazing and should absolutely do the magazine feature.
His hand slides over mine on the rock between us, tentative at first. When I don't pull away, his fingers intertwine with mine, warm and steady.
You know what else scares me?
He asks, tracing small circles on my hand with his thumb. Bears? Because that's actually a legitimate concern out here.
Well, yeah, obviously bears.
He grins.
But I meant this.
He squeezes my hand gently.
Us. Whatever this is becoming. Because I really like you, Lila, even when you're being stubborn about how talented you are.
The butterflies in my stomach have nothing to do with the cliff edge we're sitting on. I really like you too, even when you're being annoyingly right about things.
Can I get that in writing? Maybe notarized?
I pull out my camera with my free hand. How about a photo instead? To document the moment you admitted to being scared of something other than poison ivy.
Only if you promise to include it in your magazine feature?
I haven't said yes to that yet.
But you're thinking about it.
He says, and it's not a question. He knows me too well already. I lift the camera, adjusting the angle to include both of us with the mountains in the background. Desmond leans in closer, his shoulder pressed against mine, our hands intertwined in the frame. Just before I press the shutter, he turns and kisses my cheek, making me laugh and probably ruining the shot I intended to capture. You did that on purpose, I accuse, checking the photo on the screen. But it's actually perfect. Me laughing, him caught mid-kiss, in the late morning sun casting everything in warm light. It's genuine, imperfect, and completely us.
Maybe.
He admits.
But now you have photographic evidence of the exact moment you started to forgive me for being an overenthusiastic fanboy of your work.
We stay like that for a while, hands linked, watching hawks circle in the valley below. The tension from earlier has faded into something softer and more comfortable. Finally, I pull out my phone and open my email.
What are you doing?
Desmond asks, peering over my shoulder. Responding to that magazine before I lose my nerve. I start typing with my free hand, refusing to let go of his. But I'm including the frying pan story. People should know what they're getting into.
That's my girl,
He says softly, and the warmth in his voice makes me glad I'm sitting down. Then he ruins the moment by adding,
Though technically it's your fault I brought that pan. You're the one who mentioned pancakes before our first hike.
I was joking, and later I said I liked pancakes after hiking, not during.
Details.
He waves dismissively.
Now, should we head back? I promised to trip at least twice to give you action shots for your blog.
Such dedication to my art, I say dryly, but I flash him a cheeky grin as we pack up. The hike down is easier, both physically and emotionally. Desmond keeps hold of my hand on the less treacherous sections, only letting go when the trail narrows or when he needs both hands for balance, which is often. True to his word, he provides plenty of comedic material for my camera, though I'm pretty sure at least one of his falls wasn't intentional. By the time we reach the parking lot, the site of last week's infamous car alarm incident, I've drafted an email on my phone to the magazine and taken several dozen new photos, including one of Desmond attempting to identify a plant he insists is definitely not poison ivy this time. It is definitely poison ivy,